Guys, I'm back with a little project. I changed out my tray on the center of my table, and I put all my Christmas salt and pepper on there, and my napkin holder that I made the other day with the Dollar General two little signs I just glued together. What's the other thing that's on there? There's something else. Anyway, it looks cluttery, and I need a tray back, and I don't have a winter tray, a Christmas tray. I have several trays. I wish I had just a cute little round one. Anyway, I have this, I think I picked it up for half price or 70% off a couple years ago, and it was this wood like this. It's just a $6. It was probably on Purple Dot sale. You know how they do that at Dollar General. So I was digging in my closet. I found this one. I got the inside and the edge painted. I haven't done this part yet. Just breathe. I don't really like that. But, you know, like I said, I probably picked it up. So I got this clothing box lid. And I am going to put it down in there. And then I'll have a Christmas tray. I just thought, what a quick idea. I guess I could have I had a garage sale last summer and I got rid of all my round tin trays. And they're only $1. I could have just went and bought one, but I just wanted a tray, like a cute tray to put my stuff in. And so I hope this isn't too noisy. I'm going to have to cut it down. Let me get rid of some of this bulk. I just thought I would come on here and video it. I have to be busy. I have to have projects or I'm not happy. I put my phone on the charger and I sat down to watch a movie and I'm like, I don't like the looks of my table. So I jumped up and started digging around. I actually even went through my china to see if, because I collect vintage dishes, to see if I had some kind of an oval platter that I could set stuff on, and I couldn't find anything. I couldn't even find a decent anything. I have a tier tray, 3 tiers. It's baskets. My friend gave it to me, Laura. Sent me a picture one day in Messenger and said, do you want this? And I'm like, yeah? Are you serious? And I remember she had bought it at Hillbilly Days, it's called. And it's once a month on the weekends at the fairgrounds in Fort Dodge, Iowa. And she came home with that thing and I cussed her out. I'm like, damn you. I wanted that. It was cute. But anyway, she was clearing out. She's a collector too. And she gave it to me, but I have onions and potatoes and stuff like that in it, garlic, and it's sitting on the floor. So you know what I need to, I want to keep his belt. Let me get this book out of the way. I have my morning mess. I videoed a little crafty thing. So he will go right down in there. And then I can use my knife, my X-Acto knife, and cut that. Let's see. I don't know if I'm in frame. It's so hard to tell. My camera's kind of high up. It's not real high up, but I kind of need to raise up a little bit to see it. So if I cut this bigger than it is, then I've got room to play. So let's do that. Brr. We had a little spitty snow this morning with the rain. And it didn't even hit the ground. I mean, when it hit the ground, it was like a puddle. So there's a little bit of a give here. I can cut off. Get me closer. It's certainly not going to be right on the money. All right, let's see where we're at. I had some really cool wrapping paper. It was the brown, you know, it looked like brown sack. Oh, there, that is cute. And then I can probably ink this up somehow or do something. Where's my X-Acto knife? Where is my knife? It's gone. This is my pile of things. There we go. I lost the lid. Nobody gets out here but me, so. Now watch me mess this up. I'm going to be so mad if I do. But you know what? It's just a box and it's nothing. Anyway, I had this really cool cardstocky looking wrapping paper and it has, I think I cut that too short, trees on it. It just looks like brown paper bag. And it would have been cute. And by the time I looked at it and thought about using it, I'd already painted this red. The trees are green, and I thought, oh, if I would have had hunter colored paint. And this is just folk art or one of those from Hobby Lobby. It's not Apple Barrel. Apple Barrel, I don't mind Apple Barrel, but it's very watered down paint. It doesn't cover surfaces very well. But for 50 cents, depending on what you're painting and what you're going to do for if you're rubbing stain over it afterwards. There, that is, how cool is that? Get my hand out of the way because surely I'll chop it off. Okay, come out. There. Now I'm gonna ink this, I think. And then I think I will glue it down somehow and Mod Podge over it just to seal it. Yep, I will. If I, you know, I guess I could have done a neater job. I'm not fond of that in the first place, so I'm not even going to try to, I'm not even going to try to save it and have 2 seasons out of this. I don't really care. When you pay $6 for something or 70% off, you know, which would be what I pay $1.80 for it, if that's what I gave, 70%. You can't, I mean, here's my big thing that I always say, my kids laugh. That's less than the price of a Gatorade, because I'm a Gatorade addict. It's all I drink, Gatorade, blue Gatorade. What should I get you for your birthday? Blue Gatorade. I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue it in. I think I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. This one's almost gone. Let's just finish it off. Where's my, here it is. There's my new one. And then I can put my, there's a gal in town here, and we were at the, my son and I were at the secondhand store that I always go to. And we talked to her at the checkout, and when we were walking out, she had one of the ladies in town that's, I don't know, 90-some, 100 years old. She had her out shopping that day, and I was telling her, oh, how sweet you're doing this, you know, blah, blah, blah. And she was pulled up to the doors because she was going to donate an entire set of this Christmas dishes. I can't even think of what they're called. The salt and pepper is like a log cabin and a tree. And she says, would you want these dishes? And I'm like, oh, don't even ask me if I want something, because I'm pathetic like that. What could I push this with? How about a wipe. She gave us the whole set. It had mugs, cups, glasses, goblets, plates, sandwich plates, 2 sets of salt and pepper shakers. I could go tray. I can't think of the name of the set. There was a tablecloth. She said her kids don't want it. I said, I know that story because I donated an entire 8-piece set of china and salt, pepper, creamer, sugar, all that, because my daughter and my daughter-in-law didn't want it. So I donated it to this this place. I don't mess with swap. Nobody wants china anymore anyway, because you can't put it in the dishwasher. And it had a silver rim around it. Had never been, I think I used it like maybe a couple Christmases. We're Christmas paper plate kind of family. We've gotten into that. We're that generation. Throw it in the garbage. I'll do cleanup. I'll do the dishes. We don't do formal anymore. Too many little kids and just, I'd rather spend time with them than standing around cleaning up dishes. So I think I tore that wrong. There we go. Geez, just think about in the olden days. I love to say olden days. When they used to use actual linens, napkins, which is what I buy. I just got some the other day too. Where'd I put those? I think they're in here. Nope, wrong basket. I grabbed these. Maybe they're not in here. Oh gosh, where'd I put those? Well, anyway, I got a set of napkins with embroidery on them. Linen's white. They're beautiful. Okay. Look at that, guys. I don't have a paintbrush over here to Mod Podge, but there's my Santa tray. How cute. So that's it. I'm going to Mod Podge it and put my things on it. And you could, I wouldn't probably put cookies on it unless I put a wax paper or parchment on it. That's it. I'll varnish this all up or whatever you want to call it. Doggone it, I wish I had a brush. One sec. I'm going to grab one. Let's see this thing through. Tromp around. La, la, la. I am so hard on brushes because I've always painted on wood. I have to cover up. I have an electric blanket over my knees. I'm cold today, over my lap. It's one of those kind of days because it's drizzly, rainy, 30-some degrees, feels like 26. I do have some actual really good furniture treatment. I'm not going to get carried away. It's a $6 tray. Let's not get carried away. Oh, I'll tell you what, girl, I can turn I had somebody tell me one time, well, I used to work in my parents' store. They had a carpet and drapery business. They sold furniture. They had carpet by the rolls and custom-made draperies, and I did the custom-made draperies with my mom after high school. They had a Radio Shack dealership, and they had a a dealership, a franchise, a Radio Shack franchise. They had a franchise to sell wick homes. They were homes that came in sections, and they went up in 3 days. And they had a franchise for weather shield windows. My parents were franchisees, and had a very good business. Anyway, I forgot what I was going to tell you. Oh, I worked in their store and sold in sales, and I also sewed the draperies. And these were, we're talking pinch pleated with very expensive fabrics, Kirsch rods, the whole 9 yards from the 70s. The beautiful drapes. You could sell gas to an Indian on a horse. I suppose I could have. But I always say I can turn a cow pie into money. That's not bragging, that's just, I don't like to waste stuff. I just look at something and see something else in it. My mom was that way. There, that's going to dry clear. Make sure I don't have any lines. You know what I should have done is cracked this with crackle. That would have been cute. Kind of past that crackle era, though. Remember when that was big? I've put so much crackle on things. Ugh. Back in the day, when it first came out, I used to do it with hide glue. I had to go all the way to Fort Dodge, Iowa, to the Sears store to get hide glue. That's how many years ago I did it. It wasn't even, there was no such thing as crackle medium. You painted what you wanted, black or navy, or whatever you wanted the under to be. So in my business, I had this cow, Holstein cow, that I used to do. And I would paint the cow black. And when the black paint dried, I would put the hide glue on. And it stunk. It was sticky. It was kind of like it was awful. Put the hide glue on, and they'd have to stand and dry for like 24 hours. So you'd have to stand them up and lean them so that they don't fall. And you certainly don't want them touching each other. And then I would, see that's drying nice already. And then you go in and paint your Holstein spots over. Do it really quick, one stroke, one direction. And you had a cracked cow. And that was the name of my business, the Cracked Cow, at the time. And then I switched to Bittersweet and Barnwood. And that's when I had a sales rep, and I went national at the Dallas, Boston, and Valley Forge markets. And that was Bittersweet and Barnwood. How's that? There is my $6 at 70% off. 3 times 6, $1.80. That's my $1.80 tray. That's about 2 years old. Ho, ho, freaking ho. There you go. All right. There we go. Dry, baby, dry. It's going to be cute. Let's stand up and see. Oh, yeah. It's going to dry cute. All right. There's my tray. When it gets all dry, I will paint the back and the bottom. Take that tag off with the heat glue. Heat glue. With a heat gun. And that's it. That's making something out of something I didn't even want anymore. Bye, guys.